Okie dokie, so we are in match 1. We lost the roll. We're playing against Emrakul. Do we want to keep this hand? I think we do. We have early removal, we have early disruption, and we have 4 mana. We're going to keep it. Okay, so blue-red. It makes me want to believe that this is a one of those energy decks. Maybe it's Saheeli as well. So we're going to lead with Blooming Marsh in case we draw, one of the lands that needs us to show a swamp or a mountain. Lead with Blooming Marsh and pass the turn. And turn 2, we're going to transgress the mind with a mountain. So he's playing Khan's lands. I think that's Fate Reforged. Or do we want to Sylvan? I think we just want to. I think we're just going to, yeah. We're going to mountain, we're going to transgress. Even though we drew Sylvan Advocate, I want to see what's going on in his hand and see what we're playing against. So he could, I guess he could counter this if he has a negate main board, which would be kind of strange. Most of the people in the queues tend to play pretty meta decks. Oh, so this is a Dynavolt Tower deck. So he has the land, and he has Harness Lightning, so we don't really want to play a creature. So I think we're going to get rid of the Dynavolt Tower, because Fevered Visions works for us too. I mean, we're going to be taking damage, but... Okay, he's going to Anticipate. Yeah, so we get rid of 1 Anticipate from his hand. And he's got another card in hand. So he's probably going to play Fevered Visions here unless he has something else. We're going to always yield to that Aether Hub. Fevered Visions. Okay, another tower. So he drew another tower. That's not the end of the world. So we know what all of his cards are. Or no, we don't. We know 3 of his cards. So I think we're just going to play Foreboding Ruins, Revealing Swamp, and I don't know if he may not even have creatures in his deck. We'll have to see. So I assume Fevered Visions. Okay, so he had a land, so he's got three cards that we know about and 1 that we don't. I assume Fevered Visions is coming down here. Yep. Okay, I'm glad he doesn't get energy for that. And we're gonna... So what is this? The beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. Okay. So and it's 4 or more? Yeah, so we need to try and get down to 4 cards, which is going to be tough because we have all this removal. So we'll just play a Blooming Marsh. And so we know what 2 cards are because he drew another one. And we're going to draw 1 here. Goblin Dark Dwellers is good. We can play that next turn and then transgress the mind again. So we played another land. So we know what 2 of his 2 cards. He can't... Oh, I guess he could once he plays it. But that's okay because we'll still get the effect. And then we can disrupt his hand. Okay, so we're going to play Forest. And we're going to Goblin Dark Dwellers here. I guess he could counter it if he has a counter spell. Yeah, I guess he does. Or is this Anticipate? Yeah, Anticipate. Okay. That's fine. So we know what 1 card. He still has a Harness Lightning in hand. So I assume he's going to kill this, but we will get to transgress him and hopefully take something worthwhile. And then he can shock us. Let's see what you got, opponent. What do you got? Okay. Yep, we're definitely going to cast Transgress the Mind. He's going to Harness Lightning here, I assume. Or not. He's got 5 cards in hand already. Okay, we're going to Transgress. Now he's going to Harness Lightning, or he's going to negate. Okay. This matchup's going to be tough because we're basically built to fight against creature decks, and he's not a creature deck. So we're going to take a lot of damage, but we're going to have to start dumping some stuff out of our hand. What is this now? Saheeli? Oh, no, Saheeli is 3 mana. Nibblest of Frost. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, tap target creature and opponent controls. Alright, that's fine by me. So I assume he's just going to control this and not kill it, although he could easily kill it. That's fine. So we're just going to kill that. We drew another Transgress, which is good. So we're going to unlicense Disintegration. If he negates it, we're just going to disintegrate it again. Because we want to dump cards out of our hands so we stop taking damage from Fevered Visions. So is this negate or Harness Lightning? Okay, that's fine. That drains 4 of his tap target creature. Okay, so it's a creature. That's fine. So he's down to 6 energy, but his Nibblest of Frost dies. We're going to transgress here. Basically want to disrupt his hand as much as possible. Glimmer, Dynavolt. We're going to take Glimmer, or I think we just want to take Dynavolt so he stops generating as much energy. And so we know what both of his cards are. So he's going to be drawing a lot of cards. And we're taking damage. But Dark Dwellers is good. Next turn we can Dark Dwellers and Transgress again. I assume he's going to Glimmer here, or play whatever he drew this turn. Yep. We're already down to 11, which does not bode well for us. But next turn I think we'll be below 4 cards, because we'll play Goblin, Dark Dwellers, and land Sylvan Advocate. And that way we'll be just at 4. No, we'll still take damage. Which sucks, but what can you do? And then he'll be able to bolt us with Dynavolt Tower. Okay, so he drew a land. So we know what 1 card is, but we'll be able to... Yep. We're going to play land. Always yield. We're going to play Goblin Dark Dwellers. I don't think he can counter this. I don't think there's any 2-mana counterspell for creatures in Standard. Maybe the one that makes you pay. Not 100% sure off the top of my head. Oh, I guess he's got 3 mana up. So yeah, he can counter this, which I imagine he will. Yeah, unsubstantiate. So he returns it to our hand. So we're going to play Sylvan Advocate now. Now we're taking 2 damage. So we're in range of him killing us with Dynavolt. And we're down to 6. So Gearhulk next turn is good. We're going to take out all this removal. So I assume he's glimmering here. Again. Yep. He'll just make us draw 3. So we don't want to play Gearhulk next turn. We want to still play Goblin Dark Dwellers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could draw a land and play a Disintegration on nothing, I guess. So we don't know what's in his hand now. This is a tough matchup. Spell-based decks, we kind of have a field day with what we're doing. Yep, you draw a card. We're going to play Blooming Marsh, and we're going to play this and hope that he doesn't... Yeah, he still kills us. It's going to negate. Yeah, we're just going to concede here. Okay, so that was a rough first game. What do we want to sideboard here? I think we definitely want the natural obsolescences. Maybe if I could put them in my... Oh my god, come on, Magic. Okay, we're just going to double click them then. We're taking out the Unlicensed Disintegration. They're too expensive. They don't really do anything for us. We're taking out Fatal Pushes because we don't really need them. We're going up 2 Transgresses. Do we want anything else? We need 1 more card in. So we'll put in the Gearhulks, maybe not. think we'll take out the combustible Gear Hulks and put in the noxious ones in case he has creatures of some kind. And we still need one more card. So maybe just another Gear Hulk. We'll do that. So we took out our expensive removal. We sided in more hand disruption and artifact disruption. We left all of our creatures in, we added 2 more. So I think, you know, worst case scenario, we can Gear Hulk our own creature to gain some life. Something like that. So we really need some transgresses to start the game early so we can disrupt. I want to leave the shocks in just so we can shock him if need be. Yes, we would like to play first, and we will keep this. We'll play that in Swamp, and then pass the turn. So turn 2, Sylvan Advocate. You can probably kill it, but that's okay. And then we're going to go turn 3 Sin Prodder. Maybe he can counter this or something. Maybe he's, yeah, counter of some kind. Oh no, he's going to anticipate. Okay. That's fine. So what did he do? Was it in chat? So he put them both on the bottom. So he bottom. Okay, that's good for us. And we can get some early damage in here. Whirler Virtuoso. That's fine. We are going to transgress the mind. I assume he's putting that in the graveyard and taking 2. That's yep, that's what I thought. So we're gonna play Evolving Wilds, and then we're going to that, and he's going to generate a Thopter, I imagine. Yep, that is fine by me. We're going to kill that, and we're going to attack for 5. Oh, what's that? So I assume this is Niblis of Frost. I think that had Flash. Right. Oh, I didn't sack my Evolving Wilds. Mountain, I assume he's going to give us Mountain. Yep. So we're going to play Foreboding Ruins, revealing Mountain. We're going to sack this for a Swamp, which I should have done last turn. That was a punt. And we're going to play Live Fast here. We're going to draw some cards. You're going to counter this. Okay, that's good. That's fine by me. And we're going to swing for 5. Unsubstantiate. Okay. Is he going to block? No, no block. That's fine by me. So this is what this deck wants to do. Start off early. It's not super aggro, but got some decent early game creatures. And get a little bit of card advantage with our Sin Prodder and keep plotting forward, basically. A good draw now would be our Arlinn Kord or our the one Red Gear Hulk. If he plays any kind of creature here, which I hope he does, I can Gear Hulk it. That's fine, I will take 1. It's kind of a brazen attack. I assume he has something. We're going to play Sin Prodder. Might have a counter spell for it. Nope, no counter spell. We're gonna swing here. Okay, that seems strange. We're just gonna pass the turn. So what is this now? Glimmer. Okay, that's okay. He's gonna have to draw some removal. Harness Lightning does take out our Advocate here. You can play our Gearhulk next turn if he plays any kind of creature. And he basically, if we draw any card that costs a decent amount of mana, he basically has to give it to us. Okay, I don't really even care about Dynavolt Tower right now. And Fevered Vision is good for me because I have under 4 cards. And he's tapped out, so I think we win this. If I draw any kind of removal, he's going to give us the Wilds, which is fine. So we're drawing a lot of cards. We basically can draw up to 3 cards per turn with this Fevered Visions and our Sin Prodder. But we're way ahead. Yeah, we're just going to Dark Dwellers for Harness Lightning and then kill him. Because we tapped out. 2, 3. And that's game. Yep. I think we just want to ship it back as is. We don't really need... I don't know, do we want to substitute something else for this Gearhulk? I don't think so. I think we'll just go like that. I think we'll just go like that. So that was basically the prototypical good, you know, game that we're going to have against this deck. Very spell-based deck. A tough one for us to fight against, but we did okay. Forced him to use some Negate on our, I think it was Transgress. Or no, it was on our draw, on our Live Fast, which is good for us, because he basically wants us to take damage from his Fevered Visions. And then Negate stops us from, you know, stops us from doing what we want, you know, or our Natural Obsolescence, or Transgresses, etc. It's good, like, that Live Fast was basically out of necessity, or not really out of necessity, out of convenience. I didn't really have anything else to do, so it was good that he negated it, because it didn't really matter all that much in the long run, and we had a Sin Prodder, so we're basically getting card advantage anyways. So basically we just want to get an earlier start, you know, early Sylvan Advocates, Sin Prodders is good against this guy's deck. I don't imagine he has very many creatures, and if they do, they're kind of probably utility toolbox type stuff, like the Whirler Virtuoso and stuff like that. So he's playing first. We're going to keep this. We're going to lead with Evolving Wilds, hoping that we draw Swamp or Mountain. Or do we want... Yeah, we're going to lead with Evolving Wilds and then play Aether Hub on turn 2. And we're going to Transgress the Mind. So we're going to get Swamp with this, I think. Yeah. We're going to get Swamp. He might have Negate. If he does, he does. What can you do? So we're going to Aether Hub. Yep. Negate. No negate. So anticipate, Harness Lightning. So we're going to take Glimmer. That's good for us, because he has no card draw, and he just has 2 removal spells. I guess Anticipate's technically card draw. He's going to Anticipate here, so I'll take 1 out. And then next turn, we can't Shaw, or we can't Sin Prodder, but we can Sylvan Advocate, although he's going to kill it right away anyways. Okay, so he drew a Mountain, or got 1 off his Anticipate. Yeah, we're just going to play Evolving Wilds, and pass the turn. I don't think we want to run anything out. Another second Anticipate. Okay. So he's digging. What did he do last time? So he put bottom, which is good. Bottom again, which means he's digging for something. So, cards in hand. Trophy Mage. Search an artifact card with the Conferna. Okay, so he's getting his Dynavolt Tower now, I assume. Yep, Dynavolt Tower. Okay, we're gonna sack this for Mountain. Or do we want Forest? Yeah, I think we just want Forest. We can live fast here. I'm just gonna play Evolving Wilds. Do we want to live fast? No, I think we're just gonna shock on his turn. So I assume he's going to Dynavolt Tower here. So I think he played that second island, so I think we know what 3 of his cards are. 2 of his, yeah, we still know what 3 are. Dynavolt Tower, I assume. Yep. And we're gonna shock his Trinket Mage. And we're gonna get a mountain with this. Goblin Dark Dwellers would be good. Well, we can't play it yet. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need, was it 6 lands? Yep. So, I think we're just gonna live fast. Probably should have tapped the Aether Hub for that, but that's okay. Do this and unless he counters it, which I hope he doesn't. We do know what 3 of his cards are, so the chances that he has counterspell is probably pretty low. Okay, and we're gonna transgress. He's gonna negate this. He's gonna Glimmer. Okay. So at least that reveals everything that he has. Scry 2, what is he doing with the Scry? Top. Put 1 on top, 1 on, both on top. So he wanted both of those cards, and now we get to look at them. So that's good. Let's see what he's got here. Niblis of Frost. We have removal for. We have removal for his Niblis, or for his Whirler. We're gonna take the Niblis because I think that poses more of a problem for us. Taps down our creatures whenever he casts a spell. He's got tons of spells. He's got lots of removal. I assume he's just going to kill this now and play Whirler Virtuoso. Yep. So he gains 7, 10, and then goes down to 6. So that's 1 Harness Lightning down. Whirler Virtuoso, I imagine. Yep. We're going to sack this for a Swamp. And he can make 3 Thopters here. Yeah, we're just going to... We're going to gain some life. Don't think we're going to have much of a better chance to use this. Yep, that's fine. You're going to make all 3? You're going to make all 3? Okay. Yep. So gain 3 life. And he has no energy, which is good for us. So we know what 2 of his cards are, Anticipate and Harness Lightning. So he can Harness Lightning and kill this. which is fine because we basically wanted him to use his energy so he can't ping us with the Dynavolt tower. Okay, so what's he doing with this one here? Bottom, bottom. That's good. Another Dynavolt tower, so that's a rough spot. And then he's going to harness lightning and kill our creature. So he goes up to 9 and down to 5. Yeah, I'll take 3. Do we want to? I don't think we want to transgress. We're just going to play our other Gearhulk. So we either draw 3. He took 4 damage, so what did he peel? Harness Lightning, Transgress, Aether Hub. None of what anything we really need right now. So that's okay. Incendiary Flow. It's 3 damage. Yeah, 3 damage. Okay. Well, we're making him trade with our creatures, which is basically what we want, because we don't want to be taking damage ourselves. I'm going to play Sylvan Advocate. And I think we really want to dig for our Planeswalker. So we're going to do that. Let's negate. Or disallow. Okay. So he can ping this for 3 or ping us, and we take 6. Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5. Okay, we're taking 3 in the air. It's not the end of the world. We don't know what is in his hand anymore. We're going to definitely natural obsolescence this. Definitely want to do that. So he can ping, I guess, in response. Not going to ping. Okay, and then we're going to play our other Sylvan Advocate. I think we just want to hold on to our Harness Lightnings for now. And he's taking 4, unless he's got some removal, of course. Doesn't look like it. So now he's on a 2-turn clock. Okay, we're taking 3. And we're down to 6. Down to 6 this turn if he wants to crack back. Which I assume he will. Another Dynavolt tower. Okay, doesn't have enough energy though. And we're gonna Harness Lightning one of these. These Sylvan Advocates are good creatures, you know. A 2/3 in the early game and a 4/5 in the late game for 2 mana with Vigilance. I mean, it's pretty alright. So Goblin Dark Dwellers would be pretty good here. Or another, I mean, no, we only have the 1 red Gearhulk. Natural Obsolescence would be good. So I assume he's not going to attack. Unless he's got a removal spell of some kind. So he is going to attack. Okay. We're going to Harness Lightning one of them. So we're taking 2. And we're definitely going to Natural Obsolescence one of these. Yeah, we'll transgress the mind here. See what we're dealing with. Oh, it's a land. Okay. So we are all clear. So he's dead next turn unless he kills us. Or I guess he can block too, but... So he played his land. Is he gonna attack? Nope. So that probably means he doesn't have anything in his hand, and we're gonna find out. Another land. Perfect. We'll play our Sin Prodder then. He's gotta block both of these. And so his best bet is to Whirler Virtuoso. I think that's his only out, really. Because he can make 2 Thopters and keep trading until he draws something. I think that's probably it. Or he has a land, so it's island something. Yeah, that's it. Good game. GG's. Okay, so the reason I think we won that game is because the first game we lost because we were playing... I mean, it's hard to really force somebody to play into your game. But the first game we lost because we basically got ran over by his strategy. The second game was pretty close, and we traded equally. We ended up getting an advantage and winning. Kind of like how... I guess this is a mid-rangey control deck. And it's not really in this... standard or in the classic sense of counter spells, that kind of stuff, card advantage, that kind of stuff. But we had our creatures. They did a better job than what he was doing in the second and third game, and that's why we got it out. And that's kind of what this deck wants to do. Your creatures are powerful. They have powerful effects on them, and we use them to control the game and win. And then we kill all of his creatures if need be. Or in this case, we used our transgresses, natural obsolescences to stop his plan. Anyways, let's get into game number 2, or match number 2 rather.